Welcome, guests. We're hoping that your stay here will be comfortable and enjoyable. First of all, I want to remind guests, especially in the wintertime when they're coming up the stairs, to be very careful, as the stairs can be very icy. Down underneath the deck is an area where you can put your snowshoes and your skis. This will keep them dry and not buried underneath the snow. Over here on the deck, there is a cooler that you can put your food in, and we recommend in the wintertime that you put it inside the yurt so that you could find it. Sometimes it could be buried underneath the snow, so we recommend that you put it inside the yurt. As you come into the yurt, the first thing I want you to notice is the Yurt Manual. The Yurt Manual will explain to you everything you need to know with regards to the yurt. And by the way, my name is Rose Vanderhoof and I am the Yurt Manager. Welcome again. Over here we'll start with the power timer. This is what starts your lighting. Turn the switch, it's on a 12-hour interval. Turn the switch on and it'll power all the lights around the perimeter of the yurt. Be sure and shut off as we try to conserve power. Our power is powered by our solar panel, and during the winter time it could be covered in snow, so sometimes the power will not be as effective as in the summertime. Over here we do provide sandals for you so that you don't have to put on your boots all the time. In the wintertime I will bring out rubber boots so that when you go out you don't have to put on your boots and get them all wet, and you have rubber boots to go get the snow or go to the outhouse. Over here is one of our futons. It folds down into a full-size bed, and we also have single futons. The yurt will accommodate 6 people. Also over here we have our bunk beds, and be sure and leave as is when you are done with the bedding. Make sure that the futons are in its proper place. And please, when you come in, please do not put your wet backpacks on the furniture, especially on these futons, that it'll keep them wet all day. So there are hooks over here for you to put your backpacks on. We have plenty of reading material, books, magazines, and games, puzzles. There is a little chest here full of cards and games for your enjoyment. Over here when you come in, there are racks for your wet clothing. Be very careful when you're taking the racks down. Just unhook here, the ring here, and slowly allow it to come down. You can put your, like I said, your clothing there, and then slowly bring it up and hook it back. The heat comes up, so it will dry your clothing fairly rapidly. Over here is our heat stove. To turn the heat stove on, come over here and turn the switch up, and it will light the stove. Please be very careful when you're putting water in the pots. We don't need a lot of water coming into the stove. In the wintertime, I'll have snow buckets here, and also pots will be on top of the stove. Please, if you could just put the pot down, put the snow in, and then put it on the stove to melt. I recommend, if you want water early in the morning, to fill them up before you go to bed at night. Also, if you want more heat, you can turn that knob and it'll give you more heat. Be sure and shut this stove off before you leave. We have a Berkey water filter. Please remember to put cold water only. It is full right now. Here's the level. If you are not sure if there's enough water, you can lift this up and it'll show that the Berkey is full. I recommend that you use filtered water for the hot water pot and also for drinking. It's good drinking water. There is a place for you to put your permits, and we welcome all donations. We supply dishes, glasses, bowls, and plates. There's also basins for washing dishes, and there's also a rain barrel or pail for bringing up water. All of our cabinets are labeled. Cutting boards here, coffee, tea filters, dish towels are here, Swifter, mop, cut fills, refills. All of our cleaning supplies are underneath the sink. I'd also like to remind our guests to please keep the sink clean. If there's if there's food in the sink, it'll attract mice. There's also our silverware, utensils, paper pillowcases, aluminum foil, plastic wrap, knives, coffee pots, mixing bowls, garbage bags, and paper towels. And we have a little miscellaneous utility drawer here. Also, we have spices here and a community cupboard. Please do not leave unopened food here and perishables, because we have to throw them away. Our stove, the oven does not work, so we keep our pots and pans in here. There's also our oven does not work. There's also a cast iron pan. If you use a cast iron pan, please be sure and oil it and put it back and clean it with a paper towel. To turn the stove top on, turn the lever to the right, give it a few seconds for the propane to seep through, and there is a butane lighter. You'll have to turn the stove to high to light and then light the stove here. Be sure and turn it off before you leave. Also, there's cocoa tea, coffee for use, paper towels. As you come over here, please remember to take your trash with you. There's also more magazines. Put your dirty dish towels in here, and when I come back, I will come and take them and wash them. They'll be back in the drawer. We always keep an extra sleeping bag, or in the winter time, if somebody comes here and they just can't make it, we also provide that because we don't want you to get hurt going all the way back. Come over here, there's cleaning supplies here, the Swifter, broom, dustpans, and anything that you need. If there's water on the floor, we ask that you please wipe it up. And we'll come over here. Please try and take care of our table. It was provided by Judy Scavone. It's a beautiful Douglas fir. And if you have any questions or concerns, my email address is in the Yurt manual. And we also ask that if you get a chance to, we have a little Yurt journal, and you can share your experiences. I know a lot of the guests that come here just love reading the experiences that the guests have had. Thank you and welcome.